Welcome everyone to the SOS interview. We're lucky enough today to have Taylor, man of Millennium. He's the leader of the SOS political party. So, hi Taylor, how are you? So, Matthew, if you mind me calling you Matthew, or would you prefer Taylor, man of Millennium? Interesting. Nice chap. So Taylor, first thing we want to know is, who are you?
My name is Matthew Taylor and I'm the leader of the SOS political party. I want to tell you all that there is a difference out there. I'm not like any politician in Parliament at the moment. A new breed of politician that I like to think entertains the public.
Please explain.
The SOS party is a breed of the new political leadership that is coming up in society today.
So, Taylor, tell us, when did all this SOS party malarkey start?
Well, the SOS party started in 1997. I was living with my mother in a flat in Brighton, Hove actually. And I was in a run of dead-end jobs. I wasn't earning very much money, living on the poverty line. And one night I opened up my diary and I prayed to God. I said, God, can you give me the answer of how I'm going to make it in the world? How I'm going to make a difference to the environment around me? And God answered me by pointing a finger straight at me. And the answer became clear. The answer was this: you are the answer to your own questions, Matthew. And that was an eye-opener for me. So I realised there and then that if anyone was going to make a difference in my life, if my life was going to get better in any way, shape or form, I was going to be the one to do it. And then that's when I had the idea of the SOS came into shape. I've always been passionate about politics. I wish I wasn't, but it's just that politics is the means to change society around us. So I had to get involved. I care passionately about war, poverty and child abuse. If ever they're on the news, I will cry because it breaks my heart. And God has given me the strength to say, we can make a difference. We can eliminate war, poverty and child abuse, because it's imperative that we do for the future of mankind.
But surely, aren't the politicians there to change society?
No, absolutely not. Because this is what I think has happened to the British public. They have been brainwashed into thinking that politicians are the people who will make their lives better. That is such hogwash. It's rubbish. Democracy isn't the system in which change happens. Okay? And I know the majority of the British public believe that democracy is their saving grace, but it isn't. People wake up. We have all been brainwashed. Okay? The politicians are in power for their own ends. Okay? Now I don't want to tar the whole brush with them all, but that is the case. White papers, green papers, bloody red papers. It's all toilet paper to me. Because none of this makes any difference. And I think that's what the British public need to get away from. Talking the politics language. Because politics language is gobbledygook, really, isn't it? And so, you know, people come up to me and say, well, what's your policies on blah, blah, blah? I answer them, but it's irrelevant. Because you're talking politics talk. And that's where we're brainwashed. We think we have to speak politics talk to make a difference in our world. That is not the case. You and me, the people of Great Britain, hold the power in our hands. Okay? And essentially the SOS message is to break away from the model that the politicians have brainwashed into taking. We don't need politicians, people. We need ourselves to make the difference. And that's essentially what the SOS party is all about.
Now Taylor, do you think people will vote for you?
Yes, my policies are radical and revolutionary. They're nothing what the politicians out there are saying. Of course. Absolutely.
Now Taylor, this is something I want to bring up with you. The last time we were in public, you done a Nazi salute.
I'm not a fascist! Strong and brave, kind and gentle!
But yet you tell us you're not a fascist?
Yes. The last time I was out in public, I was at the May Day protest. I got my salute wrong. The SOS salute should be like this.
Being strong and brave, kind and gentle. That's the good dictator salute. So I hope you all will get.
And where did you get the Taylor Man of the Millennium from?
Well, the name Taylor Man of the Millennium came about because all politicians have got right honourable gentlemen after their names, haven't they? And I thought it'd be only suiting that I had the same after mine. And so I came up with that. Now, it was quite interesting that I chose Man of the Millennium, because coincidentally I found out afterwards that Gandhi also signed his name the same way. And that reinforces the test. I took a political test on a website, and it puts me and my political ideas into the same bracket as Gandhi, Nelson Mandela and the Dalai Lama. And so it was a bit of a reinforcement for me when I chose Taylor Man of the Millennium as my signature name, to find out that Gandhi had done the same.
And how on earth will you eliminate poverty?
To eliminate poverty, we've got to make things free of charge to the people who need it. Certain aspects of capitalism have to be changed.
For that matter, how on earth will you eliminate child abuse?
And that this is another thing that I find a contradiction of our politicians. They say collateral damage in war is acceptable, but yet we can't kill the monsters who kill our kids.
How on earth would you eliminate war?
The SOS War Plan is the start of the debate of how we're going to fight our wars in the future without the death and destruction associated with war as it is today.
Please explain.
It boils my blood when our politicians justify collateral damage. That is wrong, uncivilised and barbaric. We like to think we are civilised. We're not. Every time we drop a bomb, every time we vow to kill the enemy, that's barbaric. It's the furthest thing from civilised. So the SOS War Plan essentially calls for all our wars to be fought with laser weapons, refereed by UN officials. So it sticks. And of course it will take a giant leap of faith from all our leaders to make this happen, but it can happen.
I think the most important question is the SOS Party a spoof political party?
But let me assure you, the SOS Party is not a spoof political party. It's a real political party.
What is your message to Great Britain?
That is essentially what the SOS message is all about. Thinking the unthinkable, radical and revolutionary politics.
I think that's about it. Interview wrapped up. Thank you ever so much, Taylor, for taking your time out to give us this interview. And all the luck in the future. Thank you for watching the SOS interview.
Come on, voters. Wake up and smell the roses. We need new ideas for a new century. It's time we tackle war, poverty and child abuse and other such problems that face humanity.